Good morning, folks, guys and girls. Jan Rognerud from chaosmap.com and my private personal page, janrognerud.com. I'm going to be talking about some pretty cool stuff here today. But first, if you are interested in getting some help with all these things that we talk about here on these lives and on the media and marketing broadcast, feel free to go to chaosmap.com. That's chaos.com. And set up a quick appointment, and we'll see if we can help you there. Either way, no pressure. Just love to talk to you and see if there's anything that you're doing that you could tweak and tune and upgrade and make it better. That's what we do. Plus, of course, we service the accounts too, so that's an opportunity as well. But anyway, today I'm going to talk about a simple strategic change that you can make to your e-commerce platform, whether it's Shopify, Magento, WooCommerce. There's several players, obviously, in the marketplace. We tend to fall into two camps, primarily Shopify and WooCommerce, but also Magento. Today it's pretty exciting because, frankly, there's a lot of discussion about the sort of the changes at Facebook, right? And we obviously saw Zuckerberg last year in front of Congress and the senators asking all kinds of wild questions. And we just learned today that there's a massive penalty. Actually, we knew about this, but hanging over Facebook's head, right? But they just had the Q1 earnings report and had a tremendous, scaling it up, right? 2.38 billion monthly users, 2.5% up from the previous quarter, pulled in 15.08 billion in revenue, mostly advertising, right? I mean, it's pretty amazing. And if you're driving traffic from Facebook, even though it's getting more expensive and people are coming on in droves, I think last number I heard was 7 million advertisers out there. Yeah, I mean, where are they all, right? I'm in groups where there's, 50 to 100,000 people, advertisers or folks who are like you trying to figure out the Facebook world, right? Especially when it comes to advertising and paid ads there. But there's tremendous growth, tremendous opportunities still. And if you do this right, you can really turn things around. So if you have an e-com site or thinking about, building one, Shopify is a great way to start. In fact, I recommend it, and especially because it is tightly integrated with Facebook, especially about the things we're going to talk about today. And if you're watching live here, you are seeing a pretty intense, it's actually looks intense at first, but I'm going to take you through it, a workflow for a traditional e-commerce website. And I'm going to share with you what you need to do here to make this have a big positive effect for you going forward. And by the way, just on a quick note here, if you want to go, if you're looking at this on live right now or on YouTube, I put up a link here at the very top. You can go to my website here, of course, as I mentioned, but also if you go to bit.ly/JON podcast, Jan podcast, that'll take you straight to all the episodes that I do daily out on iTunes, Stitcher, Google, Spotify, etc. So I look forward to seeing you there. And please like and share and subscribe. All of the feedback that I get essentially allows me personally, egotistically, to rank and show up higher. And that allows others to see this as well, which means we all are creating a better community for this type of quality information. And I hope this helps you. So let's dig in here. What I'm essentially showing here, so if you're coming in on the podcast and maybe you're driving or jogging here right now, I'll kind of visually describe this for you as well. But essentially, it's a standard sort of e-com funnel, right? Where you have the potential customer enters the site, typically the homepage, depending on how you drive traffic here. It could come in from organic, obviously paid. We're talking about Facebook today, or we're talking about Facebook a lot, actually. But obviously you have Google, you have Taboola, Yahoo, Outbrain, native advertising, many different ways in which you can build up these audiences and drive traffic both, right? So what we are talking about specifically here, and this is the big reveal I'm going to share right out the gate, it's the opportunity to retarget. In the previous episode yesterday, I talked about, building the know, like, and trust through video sequencing. It's the same thing here. If you are driving traffic through Facebook or say Google Shopping or organic and search engine optimization, well, it's going to come down to a number of different sort of variables that will make this potential customer do business with you. One is, of course, as I just mentioned, the know, like, and trust. Another is going to be price shopping. They're just a click away from checking out your competitor. Some of the folks who are a little more advanced may just decide that, hey, this looks like it's probably a intermediate site for AliExpress. So I'm just going to go there and pick the product, right? Ultimately, it's about customer service. It's about pricing. It's about user experience. It's also about, touch points, right? Building these touch points, and a huge differentiator that's going to, really elevate your business if you're not doing that right now is retargeting. So this workflow really describes this to the nth degree, right? Through all these pages that I'm showing here right now. And this arrow that you see here on the right-hand side, it's kind of a circle and an arrow. Really, this is my own reflection on what this would look like. Anytime you see this arrow and circle in this diagram, it really means you have an opportunity to circle back, right? So comeback strategy through retargeting or remarketing, same thing, right? Just Facebook versus Google nomenclature here. And I'm just going to simply take you through it. And you can easily see how this kind of approach, this kind of model will elevate your business quickly. Now, what I'm not covering here is what to say in those ads and how to structure those ads, and what kind of creatives, from static to videos, et cetera, that you should use. I have many examples of this. So if you want to shoot over an email or a text message, that's fine. Email at support@chaosmap.com. All right. So let's go through some scenarios here. We'll start with a simple one. A potential customer enters the site. It could be, interiors pages, right? Product catalog pages, et cetera. But I'm just going to start with a workflow that says, hey, they come in on the top end of the architecture here, which is the home page. Of course, they have now the ability to scroll down. By the way, that scroll down factor can also be built as a custom audience through retargeting, where you time the pixel essentially, more advanced strategy. But instead of just firing the pixel for the homepage and they leave, that may not be the best audience for you. It may be the one where they actually scroll down. So think about that. But I've put this, circle and arrow here as step one in retargeting. So anybody comes to the homepage, hey, if they don't do any business with you here at this point, you want to retarget them. Even if they do business with you here, you have an opportunity to upsell or position other products as well. So this is a never-ending cycle. Second thing they do is they click on a product category or banner. You might have a specific banner at the top there, which is very typical. Feature of the month, feature of the week, special sales, etc. So they click on that. It goes to an interior page, which is very often the product category page. Now, it could be, as I said, this banner goes to a very specific product indeed, and that's actually straight to the product page. So we might bypass it here. Well, that's fine. Both of these scenarios require a retargeting strategy. So again, we see the little icon here that I put out here. Well, if they come to the product category page and they don't buy, right? And I'll use this don't buy example as a general sort of disclaimer, because even if they buy, again, as I said just a minute ago, you'll implement a retargeting strategy. But let's just go with this for now. So product category page, yes, retargeting, absolutely perfect. You want to get them to move forward in the chain. Product page, if they go straight there, that's where you actually see a picture or a video of the product, a walkthrough. You see reviews, you see maybe some more detailed pictures. Amazon, of course, is a great example of an e-com site that you can mirror very easily. And again, in quotes here, you don't want to go too complex out the gate, but Shopify, frankly, has a lot of themes, a lot of opportunities for you to customize right out the gate with very little programming. Select the theme, make sure the pictures match up, add the scripts, the tracking, etc., and you're pretty much good to go. Of course, you want to make sure that you handle the payment information in the back end as well, and that you test all this before going live. But yeah, that's it. And when I'm sort of talking fast here, it sounds like I'm trivializing this. Yeah, some of this is very straightforward, but you don't want to just throw up a site without having a vetted product, right? It's going to be expensive for you, and I see a lot of comments out in the forums, etc. Hey, I can't make my e-com site work. Facebook sucks. Facebook ads don't work, etc. Well, it's going to come down to your products. It's going to come down to your offers. And yes, depending on the market, there might be some pricing discussions here as well. But typically, it's the product that's the issue, not Facebook. Facebook integrates so well with Shopify and for these retargeting strategies and pixel tracking for both tracking and also deployment. Same thing here on the product page. As we're looking at that, they have the ability to scroll down and look for more. We can, of course, time the pixel and accrue that data as they scroll. So scrollers get more love from you than the non-scrollers, right? And by the way, just on this note, real quick, there's something called attribution, right? This idea that, through the customer sort of series of click events, they're going to come from, somewhere. And so they might come from a different device, mobile, desktop. They might come from organic. They might see an ad come in from the click, 2 days later. They might head on out from Facebook and carouse around, if that's the word I'm looking for. That is the word I'm looking for, out on YouTube or the Facebooks, etc., other places. And they get retargeted and positioned back into the same place that they were at, 2 days earlier. With a gentle nudge. Well, all of that in terms of attribution is something that you'll need to track, and there's tools for that, but it goes way beyond the scope for this presentation here today. But, think about this. You want to make sure that you attribute the right value points to your series of events that happen out in the marketplace. Okay, so now we covered the product page. And what happens is, as they move through the funnel and they add the product to the cart, we're going to have perhaps something where there's a pop-up that confirms that, right? Well, that particular page also has an arrow and a circle to it. That's the icon down here where, essentially you get a confirmation for that piece added to the to your site, to the cart rather, and they may not continue at this point. Well, a perfect place for you to retarget with ads that call this out, and again, a gentle nudge, right? And that, here's where you can also create incentives for this. You can create sort of a sense of urgency and expirations, etc. There's many things you can also do on the site to elevate that with countdown timers, etc. Pop-ups that indicate, something that pushes them forward, right? But really, what we're talking about here is primarily now retargeting. So again, confirming to adding that item to the cart needs a retargeting. If they are a new person to your site, they're going to either log in as a guest or as their own sign up, right? That's another place. They may actually come in as a guest and stop at this point. A retarget opportunity. If they continue as a guest or login, they're going to get to confirm shipping page. And again, the order here may change for you. This is a typical workflow that we work within, but here is another opportunity. They are confirming the shipping page, but they don't do anything else, right? You can clearly see now the series of events that go through this chain, where every step of the way there's an opportunity for this retargeting to happen. Next step, right? Confirming payments page. Well, this is big. You really have warmed them up here now, and you have an ability to retarget. And by the way, there's different retargeting levels here. Within Facebook, you have different events that you can track as you go through. I'm sort of using a top level approach here of just simply going to the page URL. But actually, the best approach for this should be to actually add script code within the code that tracks this by, code, essentially. All of this is code, by the way, so it just looks a little bit different. Same thing as we move forward to the cart review and confirm order page, another opportunity for retargeting. And by the way, all this retargeting allows you to build audiences from this so that you can essentially lob them into one group and present these ads. So it's not like, even though it feels individualistic, you are essentially building these audiences for future use. And you also have the ability to present these ads within a time frame, right? So it's a 3-day or a 7-day, 14-day, etc. So you have to structure this in a way that makes sense for the workflow and for any particular products that you have available within a time frame, any launches that you have, etc. That's got to be all mapped out. And of course, on the order confirmation page, the sale is made, everybody's happy, and customer service and the shipping department gets to do their work, right? Well, I put also here retargeting. Well, why is that? Well, this could now simply be an opportunity to retarget for, hey, thank you for your purchase. Just want to welcome you to our family. And here's a free gift for us that we've just added to your. It's just another, you're advocating for your customer in this case. Very, very cool move. Nobody really expects that, right? So that's a cool way for you to stand out. Now, also, what you can do here is make sure that you have that code on there to be able to retarget them later with other products, right? So you bought X, now you can get Y for a discount. All of these offers can be tuned and tweaked and put together in such a way that it feels natural and not sort of in your face, right? And builds a natural relationship and a style of communication that matches your brand. I was going to say brain, but pretty close, right? Brand. So if you think about it, anything that you're currently doing in an e-commerce realm and not leveraging this type of data manipulation and suggestive messages based on patterns of behavior, well, you're losing out, right? And by the way, you may have not as an extensive a situation as what I just described. It may be a simple product written up or developed in WooCommerce. Well, you're going to have a step and a series of workflows anyway. Why not add the Facebook retargeting pixel? Google, of course, has the same thing. You have ability to really blow up the internet here by using the Taboola, Yahoo Outbrain, etc., Yahoo Gemini, which is really Oath now, bought by Verizon. But all of these scripts are building audiences behind the scenes that allow you to really blow this up. And in fact, this sort of behind the scenes custom audience building is not only smart, but it's really a excellent way for you to build what I call like silent email lists, right? It's sort of like a behind the scenes email lists that allow you to present your services, your products, and really all that goodness that you provide to the marketplace. So just wanted to share this one today. I think it's pretty big. Most people, or many of the people that we deal with, know about this. But if you are not leveraging this to the nth degree, again, you are missing out. So we do this at the company at chaosmap.com. And if you have any questions about Facebook ads, feel free to reach out there. Or you can go out to my website as well on janrognerud.com. Happy to talk to you either place there. We are accepting clients now at the agency, and we actually take care of all of this, including all your advertising. So that's at chaosmap.com, as I mentioned. But yeah, very, very exciting opportunity here and some big shifts for you in your business if you make these changes. So I'll make this slide also downloadable for you so that you can kind of see this in more specific, especially if you are listening in and you want to watch for this from the podcast. All right. Well, thank you again. This is Jan here from Los Angeles. It's a little gloomy here today, but man, it looks like it's going to be another hot one here today. And I hope you are enjoying yourself wherever you're at. And I'll talk to you soon, and have a good one. Later.